जय राधा माधव कुंज विहार। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी। श्री जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन नंदन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, जय राधा माधव राधे, जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम, जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय, जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। ओम विष्णुपाद परम परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की, हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हाँ? श्री गुरु ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्य Naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam Tato jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavatyuttama shloke Bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you for today's Bhakti Vaibhava class. Yesterday we finished fifth canto, second chapter. So we'll be starting today, the third chapter. Yesterday we have seen Agnidra's attachment to Purva Chitti, his flattering words, and then after that marrying her, then getting the children, now 9 children. So, and those 9 children are there, 9 sons. In that 9 sons, so first one is the oldest one, Nabhi. So Nabhi. Okay. Nabhi was given to whom? Whom he married? Meru Devi. So today we are going to discuss about Nabhi and Nabhi's story in this chapter. Nabhi's story means we are not going to discuss the complete story, but just Nabhi did Sayagya for getting a son, and Supreme Lord appeared in that Yagya. Ritviks, they started glorifying the Lord. That glorification we'll see here. This chapter is containing the glorification by the Ritviks to Supreme Lord. That is the subject matter. Okay, let's go. Simple chapter. Sri Sukha Uvacha Nabirapatya Kamo Prajaya Meru Devya Bhagavantam Yagna Purusham Avihitatmam Ayajata. Avihitatma Ayajata. Translation. Akinjan Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, sorry. Okay. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued to speak. Maharaj Nabi, the son of Agnidra, wished to have sons, and therefore he attentively began to offer prayers and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the master and enjoyer of all sacrifices. Maharaj Nabi's wife Meru Devi, who had not given birth to any children at that time, also worshipped Lord Vishnu along with her husband.
Yeah, thank you. In this, what is the main verb? Verb. Ayajata. Offered prayers or worship. Who worshipped? Nabhi. Whom he worshipped? Bhagavantam. Why he worshipped? apatya kamaha. So how he worship? Avihitatma. That means with great attention. He worshipped the Lord because he was not having the son. So that's why he worshipped the Supreme Lord. तस्यः वश्रद्धया विशुद्ध भावेन यजतः प्रवर्गेषु प्रचरत्सु द्रव्य देश काल मंत्र ऋत्विक दक्षिण विधान योगोपपत्या दुरधिगमोपि भगवान् भागवत वात्सल्यतया सुप्रतीक आत्मानम् अपराजितं निज जनाभिप्रेतार्थ विदित्सया गृहीत हृदयः हृदयंगमं मनोनयनानंद नावयवाभिरामम् आविश्चकार. भावग्राही प्रभु.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In the performance of sacrifice, there are 7 transcendental means to obtain the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 1. By sacrificing valuable things or eatables. 2. By acting in terms of place. 3. By acting in terms of time. 4. By offering hymns. 5. By going through the priest. 6. By offering gifts to the priests. And 7. By observing the regulative principles. However, one cannot always obtain the Supreme Lord through this paraphernalia. Nonetheless, the Lord is affectionate to his devotee. Therefore, when Maharaj Nabi, who was a devotee, worshipped and offered prayers to the Lord with great faith and devotion, and with a pure, uncontaminated mind, superficially performing some yajna is in line of pravargya, the kind Supreme Personality of Godhead. Due to his affection for his devotees, appeared before King Nabi in his unconquerable and captivating form with 4 hands. In this way, to fulfill the desire of his devotee, the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifested himself in his beautiful body before his devotee. This body pleases the mind and eyes of the devotees.
Yes. Lord is being worshipped by what? Here, Lord is being worshipped by 7 dravyas. Saptabhi shuddhaihi. By 7 transcendental means. So in the sloka, what is there? Dravya, desha, kala, mantra, ritvik, dakshana. So dravya, desha, kala, mantra, ritvik, dakshana, vidhi, vidhana, yoga. Vidhana. Next one is yoga is there. Yoga is 8th one. Yoga means what you should take here? Bhakti yoga. He used these 7 plus bhakti yoga. Saptabhi shuddhaihi saha yogaha, bhakti yogaha. Tasya upapatya. By successfully these 7, he did worship. By these 7 elements or 7 means. He dravya desha kala mantra ritvik dakshana vidhana. And next one is what? So bhakti. Yoga means bhakti should take. He performed all this for worshipping the Lord. Durgadhighamopi Bhagavan. So reaching Lord is very difficult. Or So getting the Lord is very difficult. But what? Bhagavata Vatsalyataya. But he is very much affectionate to his devotees. So because of that, Supratika Atmanam Aparajitam. Aparajitam means it's very difficult to conquer the Lord. Anyaihi Vashikartum Ashakyam. It's very difficult to conquer the Lord. And such a Lord. So Nijajana Abhipretartha Viditsaya. Nijajana Abhipretartha Viditsaya means what? To fulfill the desires of his devotees. Then what he did? Avichakara. What he did? He appeared. He appeared there. Gruhita Hrudaya. So that means to give, that means to fulfill the desires of his devotees. Gruhita Hrudayaha. Gruhita Hrudaya means his heart is very much attracted towards them. Hrudayangamam. So Hrudayangamam means captivating. That means his form is so much captivating. And that form he made appear in front of them. So Lord appeared. So here Nabi, so worship Supreme Lord with 7 kinds of means, pure means, and also means 7 kinds of, so different means he used to worship the Lord, and also he used bhakti yoga, and Lord appeared. Lord appeared because of what? Because of these 7 kinds of the, that means dravya, mantra, dravya, desha, kala, mantra. Because of these pure things he used, that means pure place. What is said here? Sacrificing valuable things or eatables by acting in the terms of place, by acting in the terms of time. So that means perfect time, perfect place, and also in the perfect mantras and pure process, proper brahmanas he engaged. Because of this Lord appeared, or because of bhakti he appeared, whatever the bhakti, so whatever bhakti he is having, because of this he appeared. Why he appeared? किसका है ये? Why Lord appeared? Appeared to Nabi. Reasons, options. Option A. Because of using pure place, time, mantra, ritvik, and so on. Because of devotion of Nabi, since Lord is Bhaktavatsala, none of the above. What? Because of above all, because of all, or because of one and two, or because of two, B and C. Vipin Purandar Prabhu, B and C. Acha. Babu, but he is worshipping Lord to get a child. He is a Sakama Bhakta. Why he has to appear for Sakama Bhakta? His devotion is not pure. So your option is ruled out. Because you see, why Nabi is worshipping Lord? For getting a child. That's Sakama. So Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karma Dyanavrutam Anukulyan Krishnanusiralam Bhaktiruttama. Expected is what? Anyabhilasha Sunyam. But there is no Anyabhilasha Sunyam. What bhakti? Still bhakti? It's not bhakti. Bhakti means what? Anyabhilasha Sunyam. Rupa Goswami is saying, or not? Does that say is not doing the Nishkam? That means Anyabhilasha Sunyam is not there. Is a Sakama. Then C. D. C and D. Okay, you have to remember this question. By end of the class, you should answer. Okay? This will, end of the class will, you only will answer. Okay. Now you have to remember this question. That's why I made this question. Okay, go to the next. Okay, purport. In Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly said that Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato gnatva vishate tadanantaram. One can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. One can understand and see Supreme Personality Godhead through the process of devotional service and not in any other way. Although Maharaja Nabi performed prescribed duties and sacrifices, it should still be considered that the Lord appeared before him not due to his sacrifices but because of his devotional service. It was for this reason that the Lord agreed to appear before him in his beautiful bodily features, as stated in, okay. Some little answer is there, but still I say Nabi's devotion is also Sakama. It's not pure devotion. Okay, then we'll see the answer. By gradually going through the slokas, you'll understand. Ataha tamavishkruta bhuja yugaladvayam hiranmayam purusha vishesham kapikaushayambhara dharamurasi vilasachri vatsasala lalamam dharavara vana ruha vanamala surya mruta manigadadi bhir upalakshitam sputa kirana pravara mukuta kundala Kataka Kati Sutrahara Keyura Nupura Janga Bhushana Vibhushitam Ritvik Sadasya Gruha Patayo Dhana Yottamadhana Upalabhya Bahumanam Arhanena Avanata Shirshana Upatastuhu. Vipin Purandar Prabhu. Translation. Acha. Atul is not there. On site.
Lord Vishnu appeared before. Lord Vishnu appeared before King Nabi with 4 arms. He has very bright, and he appeared to be the waist of the personalities around the lower portion of his body. He wore a yellow silken garment. On his chest was the mark of Srivatsha, which always display beauties. He carried a conceals, lotus flowers, discs, and curve, and he wore garland of forest flowers and the Kostava gem. He has beautifully decorated with a helmet, earring, bangles, belt, pearl, pearl necklace, armlets, and ankle bells, and other bodily ornaments bedecked with radiant jewels. Seeing the Lord present before them, King Nabi and his priests and associates felt just like poor people who have suddenly attained great riches. They received the Lord and respectfully bent their head and offered him things in worship.
Hmm. What is said? So ataha tam avishkruta bhuja yugaladhvayam hiranmayam. So what is the main verb in this? Huh? What is the main verb? Verb is there or not? Tell me the Sanskrit word. Upatastuhu. Upatastuhu means glorified. Upatastu means glorified. So who glorified? Whom glorified? Huh? Who glorified? Ritvik glorified. Ritvik glorified whom they glorified? Huh? Glorified Nabi. Huh? They glorified Nabi or not? No? They glorified Lord. What kind of Lord? Purusha Vishesham. How he is appearing? How that Lord is? Hiranmayam Purusha Vishesham Kaupa Kapishauka Sheyambara Dharam Urasi Vilasa Sri Vatsa Lalamam Daravara Vana Ruha Vana Malat Sriurya Mruta Mani Gadadi Vihi Upalakshitam. He is having these many weapons. He is having this Srivatsa on his chest, and so he is wearing what kind of color of dress he is wearing? Kapisha. Yellow silk. Acha. Kapisha Kausheyambaram. Kapisha Kausheya. Kapisha Kausheya means wearing yellow silk garment. Kapisha means yellow. Yellow garment he is wearing. So that kind of Lord they worship. No, or otherwise they glorified. Glorified. Actually, he appeared, na? They glorified. Who glorified? Ritviks. Not Nabi. Ritviks glorified. This clear? Why they glorified? Tvam paripurnaha. So that means, oh my dear Lord, you are complete, but still, so please accept our worship. So that is their mood actually. You don't need to have our worship. If we don't worship, you will not be as a loser, or you will not be missing something. No. And so paripurna api asmakam api arhanam angikartum arhasi. You should also accept our worship. Why they are saying like that? Also accept our, because actually we are not devotees. What is the mood of the Ritviks? They are saying that we are not the proper devotees. Anupathanam. Why? Anupathanam pantha bhakti yoga tam anuvartamananam natu sakshat praptananam. So what they are saying? They are saying that we are not exactly in the path of devotion, but we are trying to follow the bhakti. That is the point they are mentioning. Anupathana. Why? Why they are not calling themselves as a devotee? Who is called? Who is devotee? Raise the hand. You are devotee. Only Tapoma is hand. So, who will be called as devotee? Tell me. Now the question is important question. Whom we should call as devotee? Whoever wears the dhoti kurta, wear the tilak, or whoever join the ISKCON, whoever wear the kantimala, whoever start chanting the japa, whoever is, what is the definition? Whoever who took the diksha, he's good, he's this diksha in ISKCON. So he is a devotee or what? How to define devotee? Here, Ritviks, they are saying that they themselves are not devotees. So now the point came. So whom we should call devotee? What is the definition of devotee? Tell me. Whoever read Bhagavad Gita, he is a devotee. How to define? Radha Govardhan Prabhu, tell me. Who is devotee?
So, Prabhuji, as per the definition of bhakti, one who is following that path is a bhakta, anya vilasta sunyam, jnana karma adhyanavitam, anukulini krishna anusinam, bhaktiruttama. So that person is entitled to be called as bhakta. This is my understanding.
Yes, Prabhu, very nice. Anya vilasta sunyam, jnana karma adhyanavitam, anukulini krishna anusilanam. So bhaktiruttama. That means one should do the Krishna Anusilanam. That means Anusilanam means what? What is the meaning of Anusilanam? Vipin Virendra Prabhu, what is the meaning of Anusilanam?
Acting in the footsteps of the devotees favorably.
No. Anusilanam means what?
Krishna Anushilanam.
हाँ. तो डिवोटीज का बात आए नहीं.
हाँ, कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्णा को फॉलो करना है क्या?
कृष्णा अनुशीलनम.
हाँ. What is the meaning of Anusilanam? Radha Govardhan will tell me what is Anusilanam.
Whatever is favorable to Krishna.
That is Anukulyan. Anukulyan.
Oh, sorry.
I am asking Anusilanam.
Anusilanam.
Meghavarna Das, give mic to him. What he wants to say. What follow? बोलो. पत्थर फेंक रहे हैं, नहीं तो आता है सच में. पत्थर फेंक रहे हैं ना? सच में आता है? बोलो तब तो दे दो.
To follow the
Anusilanam is to follow. नहीं, answer is no. Tapoma is going to tell.
So Anusilanam means 24 hours hearing, reading and chanting.
नहीं, 24 hours का है उधर Anusilanam. Radha Govardhan Prabhu. Anyone can raise the hand if they want to tell Anusilanam. What is the meaning of Anusilanam?
In Hindi, it is Krishna ki seva ka vikas.
कृष्ण की सेवा का विकास. अच्छा. मदर सुमति माता जी.
Prabhu, same seva. I was supposed to say seva.
Huh?
Krishna ki seva, service to the Krishna.
Yes,
service.
this is the answer. Anusilanam means seva, service. Anusilanam means what you should take. Cheshta rupa or bhava rupa. This is Anusilanam. Anuselanam means service. Actually, it is cheshta. Cheshta rupa or otherwise bhava rupa. Cheshta rupa means what? It is done by either mind, speech, mind, or you should take R, speech, or body. हरार्द्र रूपा और भाव रूपा के दोनों चलेगा. Is a bhava rupa or otherwise. That means doing activity for whom? For Krishna. For Krishna, either by mind or by speech or by the body. Anushal means seva or some activity, favorable. What kind of activity? Favorable activity. Anukulyana is there. Favorable activity. Doing favorable activity to Krishna. Either by mind, speech or body. Or otherwise, so bhava, having the bhava towards the Krishna. What is this bhava? Dasyam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, next Vatsalyam, and Madhurya. So this kind of bhava you can have. No, that is not the seva. That is not comes under this. So anukulyana, that means favorably done. And this should be, this cheshta should be uncovered by jnana and karma and so on. And also no motivation, no other motivations. That kind of activity you should do, either by mind or by speech or by body, to Krishna favorably. So which is not covered by the jnana and karma, and no motivation behind that, no other motivation. This is like someone is producing rice in the field for Krishna. Producing rice or doing agriculture for Krishna. It is bhakti or not? He is sowing seeds, he is putting water, and he is giving the manures. So all he is doing for Krishna. Is bhakti or not? Huh? Comes under this or not? Bolo, dimag chalao. By mind, speech, body is done. Sowing for Krishna. Karma arpanam. This bhakti. This become Suddha Bhakti or not? This bhakti. These conditions are satisfied or not? All satisfied? This is not bhakti, Suddha bhakti. Conditions here not satisfied. Which condition is not satisfied? He is doing for Krishna's sake only. And but here producing the, that means he's cultivating the field. He's cultivating the field. While cultivating, that means he's sowing the seeds, putting water, all these activities, these activities like sowing seeds. That means he's doing this. This sowing seed is an activity. Why it is done? To have a crop. So this activity is not directly to the Krishna. Okay. This activity is not meant for Krishna directly. Okay. So this condition is failed actually. This condition is failed. Anusilanam. Krishna Anusilanam. So Anusilanam is not there. Anusilanam, that means what is the meaning of Anusilanam? For Krishna direct Rupa. So that whatever sowing the seeds you are doing, that is meant for what? To get the crop, and that crop will be giving the grains, and then those grains you will be so utilizing that to the Lord. Directly devotion. But all these activities are meant for this. Meant for the offering actually. So these activities are not directly service to the Lord. They are not direct service to the Lord. So that's why Krishnanusilanam is not there. Krishnanusilanam is not there. So someone is chanting holy name. Someone is chanting holy name. So in this, Krishnanusilanam is there or not? Chanting holy name. Yes, he is chanting. He is uttering the Krishna's name. So it is directly, that means Anusilanam is there to Krishna. Whose names he is chanting? Krishna's names. So this is, and here this is the sowing seeds, giving water and putting manure. These are all what? These are the karma of a farmer. Karma of a farmer. This is not directly a devotion actually. It's not directly devotion. Remembering Krishna is that remembering is devotion, not this activity. This activity will not be. Okay. So you should understand that what is the meaning of Krishnanusilanam, that you should, that's why to make you the difference between, you see, sowing seeds and hearing the Krishna's name. In these two activities, is there any difference or not? Sowing seeds and hearing the Krishna's name. Two activities.
Like dasyam. Dasyam, if dasyam is carrying out the orders of the Lord. So if Lord says that for specific devotee, if Lord says that you bring me yogurt rice, yogurt, milk rice, sweet rice, for specific devotee he orders. So then that devotee also sows the rice seed, and then he brings out rice and gives ultimately to Lord. So that is entirely Shuddha Bhakti. It comes under Dasyam.
we should not take the karma, that is the dasyam according to the Vaishnavas, Sri Vaishnavas. That dasyam is not accepted by us. That dasyam is not accepted by us.
And
So karma arpanam cannot be accepted as dasyam in Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
so in Gaudiya Vaishnavas, then how we have to understand Dasyam?
Dasyam, yes. That is directly service, because that's directly involved there only. Because the list whatever Rupa Goswami gave in that 64 items, so it should come. But here someone is doing this work. So farmer is doing his farming work, and he is offering that result to the Lord. So ultimately the result of the farming is in the service, direct service, not that activity is in the directly service. That's the duty of the farmer. Okay.
So how we can understand the case of Nanda Maharaj and Arjuna? So they both are Ananya Bhaktas.
Yeah, because
So-
they remember the Krishna at that time. That's why. Because the activity is not the cause for them. Then you can say all karma arpanam is also
No, no.
sakshat bhakti.
In
Then that
karma-
will become that only.
But
Then
these,
it's not necessary that if while doing, what is the direct devotion means what? While sowing seeds, if someone is remembering Krishna, while sowing seeds, while putting the water, and while giving the manure, and while cutting and off, all these activities at that time, if he is able to remember Krishna, then that is fully conscious that I am doing this for Krishna and remembering Krishna in every moment. Then because of that remembrance, he is becoming the direct devotion, not just so okay, I have to do for Krishna, this grains I should produce, and now he is so footing, that means now he is not remembering, so he is putting seeds and putting water. Are इधर तो मेढक हैं, अरे इधर पानी है, ये है, वो है. So his consciousness is going there. Then by the body, by the mind, by the speech, he is not at all connected. So while sowing the seeds, while putting water, and by the, what is this? So whatever that means, after that giving manure, in all these activities, by body, by mind, or by speech, if he is not connected directly to the Krishna, then it is not devotion. So, okay, when you, this condition, why? This condition has to be satisfied. Already I gave condition. You are forgetting this condition.
or body, mind, speech, or body.
Body. Yes.
And body, it is not and body.
There is no connection. By the body also, where is the connection?
So the same activity can be done in two types of consciousness.
That means body means, you see, now direct connection, body should be having direct connection with the service, Krishna's, with Krishna. So where is that? So when you pay obeisances, at that time body is having a direct connection in front of you. So your body, or otherwise body is in direct connection means you can touch the Vaishnava, you can touch the Charanamrit. So then body is direct connection. Yeah. Okay. So you should remember, that's why many people, they don't know what is the meaning of Anusilanam. Anusilanam should be very clear. Once if your Anusilanam is clear, then you'll understand. Yeah, direct connection with the Krishna, either with body, mind, or speech. That's Anusilanam, one meaning only clearly. Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami give Cheshta Rupa or Bhava Rupa. No need to divide that. Okay, clear?
These three things simultaneously need, or any two or any one is enough. Body, mind, and space.
Anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah. While doing the other activities, you cannot engage body. While doing the fighting, you cannot directly in connection with the Krishna, with the body, but you can be connection with the Krishna by the mind. That's why Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Ma Manuswara Yudhya Cha Bharata. समझ रहे हैं?
Prabhuji,
Okay, it's, we have less time.
in temple, there is a land. If the devotee of temple brahmachari, they just sit, if they sit, throw the seed and cultivating crops, then
What is that?
If they are doing farming, then that is Ananya Bhakti.
What?
In temple brahmachari, if they showing seed for the Lord.
Why temple brahmachari? Koi brahmachari? What is that?
Some temple has the land, Prabhu, farm, eco village or something like that.
No. So someone who is staying in the dham. So staying in dham is devotion or not? Dham is completely spiritual. So now your body is there in touch with the dham. So Krishnanuselanam is happening or not? Happening. So staying in dham, by them automatically Krishnanuselanam happening. So Ananya Bhakti is happening or not by them? Happening? No. He is staying in the dham for doing business. He wants to do business. Anya Abhilasha Sunim is not satisfied. So that's why, is it pure devotion? No. Staying dham is not pure devotion if you don't stay for the pleasure of the Lord. You are staying because of your personal reason. Then how it is Ananya Bhakti? Krishnanuselanam is happening because you are in the spiritual world. In the staying in temple is also Nirguna Vasa. Temple is considered as is the dham. That means is transcendental. So now your body is in touch with the temple. That means you are on the floor of the temple. So your body is touching. So Krishnanuselanam is happening or not? Happening. With what? Your mind is somewhere, but your body is there. Still Krishnanuselanam is there. But is it pure devotion? When it will be pure devotion? Yeah. If you have desire of that what? 24 hours you should maintain that. That means I am staying for the pleasure of the Lord only. This consciousness should be there. Then. Okay, next. You have to apply this condition to check. Now tell me anyway, why we are discussing this Ritviks they are saying. So Ritviks, they are worshipping the Lord. So worshipping of the Lord, Krishnanuselanam is there or not with Ritviks? Yes, Ritviks is there. But they are saying that their activity is not devotion, they are saying. Why it is not devotion? Because Anyabhilasha Sunyam is not satisfied. Sakamatvat, it is said. You see in that sloka. Who is devotee? Whoever is doing this, whoever is satisfying this, Anukulyena, that means Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karmadhyanavrutam Anukulyena Krishnanuselanam is satisfied, then that is known as devotion. If it is so continuously, that means all the time it is satisfied, then that is Ananya Bhakti. Gnana Karmadhyanavrutam means, so this, whenever, this is the main point actually. So this is saying that 24 hours they should do that. Then only that is Bhakti actually. Okay, the main point is, since they are not satisfying this condition, that's why that is not Bhakti. But what they are saying, it is just we are trying to follow the Bhakti, but we are not exactly in the Bhakti. Bhakti means one who does direct devotional service to the Lord with favorable mood, without, that means break, that means without 24 hours, so without any other motivations. This, he is devotee. Who is devotee? Now, whoever is doing the direct devotion 24 hours with favorable mood, out of, that means favorability. कोई मार रहा है, कोई पीट रहा है, इसीलिए भक्ति कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं. because of someone's pressure he is doing, then this is not bhakti actually. Anukulya, out of the anger or out of the fear, out of the lust, out of the greed, if someone is doing, then that is not the Krishnanusilam is done out of fear. Danda leke, yes, I will beat if you don't, so go for Mangalarti. Then it is bhakti. It's not bhakti. It's not bhakti because Krishnanusilam is not there. He is doing out of fear. Yes. For you, that is correct. So then Krishna, like Kamsa is remembering the Krishna out of fear. Is it bhakti? No, it's not bhakti. So that's why this movement is voluntary movement. Krishna conscious movement is voluntarily movement. That means they should do bhakti with out of favorable mode, not out of the position chale jayega or nahi to. So my post will be out. If I don't come for Mangalarti every day, so my post will be shaken. Then he's doing favorably, he's doing. Out of fear, he is doing. This is not bhakti actually. So because of position, he is fear of position. So anukulyena Krishnanusilanam, that means 24 hours. Where 24 hours word came? Gnana karma janavrutam is bringing. That means his consciousness should not be broken. That means his by body or by mind or by the speech, either of this anyone should be directly connected with the Krishna. If by these three there is a break, like example, sowing these seeds, he is putting his whole mind in the how to nicely sow the seed, and also he is speaking with the other, that means neighbor, about his field. While speaking that, he is sowing seed, and also his body is also engaged in sowing seed. So that means at that time his body, his mind and his speech all are disconnected with the Krishna. So that's why there is no Krishnanusilanam there. There is no Krishnanusilanam. So, but of course, so ultimately after doing that, he is giving result to the Lord. After giving result to the Lord by that devotee of that activity, so then this activity which is not by devotion, by intrinsically, it's not devotion. Because of offering the result, now it is becoming devotion. Then it is aropa siddha. It is not direct devotion. So in pure devotional service, direct devotion is important. Direct devotion means either body, mind, speech, you should directly connect it with the Nirguna Padartha. Nirguna Padartha is what? Krishna or the Krishna's prasadam or Krishna's place or Krishna's whatever. That means Krishna's temple, all these Nirguna. You should be directly connect with the either body, speech or mind. Understanding? Then Krishnanusilanam is happening. If that is happening for 24 hours and without any desire of other things and with favorable mood, that means out of service mood, not out of the fear, not out of the lust, not out of the anger, then it is Uttama Bhakti. Okay? So without understanding properly, if you don't understand what is pure devotional service, if you don't understand, you forget doing of the pure devotion. Then you may illusion that means whatever we do is bhakti. We may think like that. Huh? A book distribution, books you are carrying with the body. Books are what? Directly. The service. Yeah, and also after that you are speaking about the Krishna. 24 hours is engaged body. Huh? But you are holding the book by the body. And you are speaking about them and remembering Krishna. Okay. Check. Rupa Goswami gave scale for you. And you want to find the length of this cloth, then take the scale and measure it. Measure it how much length it is. If you want to measure your activity is a bhakti or not, take the scale and measure it. Why you are so much worried? So first of all, you should know how the scale readings are there. If you don't know how to find the readings of the scale, then you cannot use the scale. That is happening. That's Uttama Bhakti scale is given to us. That's the Karma Mishra Bhakti. That is the Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Sangha Siddha and Aropa Siddha. That's, you can like take like that. Yeah. That's our devotee is asking, Uttama Bhakti is defined, then what is the Madhyama Bhakti and what is the Kanishta Bhakti? Because Rupa Goswami wants everyone to do Uttama Bhakti only. That's why he didn't give the definition of Madhyama Bhakti and Adhama Bhakti, Kanishta Bhakti. Actually, Sangha Siddha Bhakti or otherwise Karma Mishra Bhakti you can consider as Madhyama, and so Aropa Siddha can be considered as Kanishta. Because Kanishta Adhikaris do the Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Aropa Siddha Bhakti done by Kanishta. Because who is not having full faith, they should do the Aropa Siddha Bhakti. Karmarpanam they should do. In that way you can take. Okay, next. So because Ritviks, they are doing the yajna for getting the, for bringing the child, for son, for the Nabhi. That's why Sakamatvam is there. That's why they are saying that we are not doing the bhakti, but we are trying to follow the bhakti. So, but still, you appeared. We didn't do any bhakti, but you appeared. That means it is because of you are so merciful. Bhakta Vatsalyam. You're so merciful about us. That's why they are very much. So, Bhakti Sambandha Gandhavatyapi Bhakta Vatsalya Deva. That means we have only little connection with the bhakti. It's not purely bhakti. There is our activities have some connection with the bhakti. So that's why, but still you came. That means you came directly for this activity. That means they are very much amazed, surprised. And generally, after doing the yajna, Lord will sanction without giving any darshan. Is there any need to give darshan? Okay, it's over. You will get child finished. There may be some voice may come or otherwise. So it will be done. After that, next month, so Sumeru is getting a stomach. This can happen without any direct presence of the Lord also. But why Lord appeared and give darshan? So that's why they are amazed and they are saying that Bhakta Vatsalya, and you are so affection to your devotees. Iti bhavaha. This is the, that's why they are so excited now and they want to glorify him. They want to glorify. Like that, how they are glorifying? Let us see. Ritvija uchuhu arhasi muhurarhattama arhanam asmakam anupathanam namo nama ityetavat sadu upasikshitam korhati puman prakriti gunavetikaram atiranisha ishwarasya parasya prakriti purushayor arvaktanabhir nama rupa krutibhi rupa nirupanam sakala jana nikaya vrujina nirasana shivatama pravara gunaganaika desha katanadrute. Radha Govardhan Prabhu, पढ़िए.
Hare Krishna. The priests began to offer prayers to the Lord, saying, O most worshipable one, we are simply your servants. Although you are full in yourself, please, out of your causeless mercy, accept a little service from us, your eternal servants. We are not actually aware of your transcendental form, but we can simply offer our respectful obeisances again and again, as instructed by the Vedic literatures and authorized acharyas. Materialistic living entities are very much attracted to the modes of material nature, and therefore they are never perfect, but you are above the jurisdiction of all material conceptions. Your name, form, and qualities are all transcendental and beyond the conception of experimental knowledge. Indeed, who can conceive of you? In the material world, we can perceive only material names and qualities. We have no other power than to offer our respectful obeisances and prayers unto you, the transcendental person. The chanting of your auspicious transcendental qualities will wipe out the sins of all mankind. That is the most auspicious activity for us, and we can thus partially understand your supernatural position.
Okay, thank you. What they are saying, anupataha. That means we are not doing the sakshat bhakti. Anupathanam. We are just following. Sadhyah saksha sikshitam natu puja parya stutyadikam janema iti bhava. They are also saying, my dear Lord, you know, even we don't know how to do service to you. Just whatever yajna we know, that's all. What we know. That's whatever is taught by our seniors. So yajna. So that we performed for your pleasure. That much only we know. But how to serve? Service is different, actually. The service and what else? Puja, worship, service, and stuti. Stuti means how to glorify with the, that means Dainyatmika. So in the Rupa Goswami is saying in that Bhakti Rasamrita, the stuti can be also two types. Na? What are those two types? Anyone remember? I forgot actually. I am asking. Who is going to tell? Stuti is okay. So those things we don't know. We don't know all of those. But we are not able to do exactly devotion. Direct devotion means what? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasam, Sakyam, Atmanam. These are the direct devotion. That we didn't do. We just did the sacrifice with the material desire. And but still you appeared. This is the point actually. This is the main point they want to mention. And what affection you have is unbelievable. It's extraordinary quality of your affection. This is. So next what he is saying in this, in the 5th sloka, Nanu vidvamso sadbhaktasya yuyam sarvam janitha eva tatkim stotum sankochata. But Lord is asking, Are you are all learned Brahmanas, you studied all Vedas. Why don't you glorify? So glorify me. Why you are hesitating to glorify? Then what these people are saying? So Lokehi Mukhadyanganam Chandra. So Lord is what he is asking? Directly glorify me. You are all Vidwan. Vidwan means you are a learned Brahmanas. And Lord is saying also in opposite to that, you are all very nice devotees. And you all know everything. You all know Vedas means you know everything. And why you are hesitating to glorify? What they said, we don't know how to glorify. Then Lord is asking, you are all knowing everything, then why don't you glorify? Then what they are saying? They are saying that, so Mukhadyanganam Chandrad Upamadibhi Stutivi. Generally, if anyone wants to glorify, so one beautiful girl is there and her face is so beautiful. If you want to glorify, how will you glorify? Why you are laughing? Why you are laughing? You have something. What do you want to say? You Mike, why you are laughing? Nobody was laughing, but you are laughing. Meghvarana is there. Just I am joking with you. You want to see Meghvarana? All of you know Meghvarana? Huh? Come. They want to see you. Come. Come here. Show your face. This is Meghvarana. Sometimes I play jokes with him only, actually, not with the other. These are all big devotees. So, what is going on? I forgot. So, if you want to glorify, you need to know the how do you glorify. If I ask how you glorify, so Chandramukhi, you'll say Chandramukhi. That means, wow, your face is like moon. That means moon is so brilliant and her face is also so brilliant. So that's why we use these some examples to glorify any material objects. Poet, Kavi, Bengali Kavi is here. Bangla Kavi. So now, what is the main point of the Ritviks? Arvaktanabihi, that means prapancha antargatabihi nama Indra Nila Manadyadi Rupam Tat Chama Takruti Tat Pratima Tabihi Rupasya Nirupanamapi Kartum Korhati. That means, oh my dear Lord, you are so beautiful. And how we can use the qualities of the material objects which are in this material world to glorify your transcendental beauty. This is, who can do this? We cannot. We cannot do this. Because your beauty is, that means, so sometimes we say, so what we say? Lord's eyes, Padmanayana. That means the one who is having the eyes like lotus petals. That means Lord's eyes like lonely lotus petals. That much beauty only is there. These Vedic Brahmanas, they are saying that how can we use these material objects to glorify your beauty? Korhati. Stuteha vartat. So that means even we cannot establish, we cannot compare and establish your bodily parts using the material objects. Forget about the glorifying. First of all, we cannot. Its unparalleled beauty is there with you. Then how can I use something material object to define that? Because Lord's beauty is unparalleled, as unreachable. So tava kidrushasya prakriti purushayorapi parasya nahi prakriti purushati tattvam rupam prakrutehi. That is, ultimately we cannot use material objects to glorify your beauty. But so that's why, my dear Lord, we are not able to glorify. If you see in this whole stuti, they are not at all describing the bodily parts of the Lord, because according to them, it's really unfair to define the Lord's beauty with the material objects and compare with the material objects and glorifying like that. They don't like. That's why in this whole glorification, they will just glorify the Lord's bhakta vatsalya guna, the quality of the bhakta vatsalyam. This much only they do. We are really insignificant devotees, but still you appeared. Like this only they glorify. The whole glorification. But if you see in others, other glorifications, they are all describing the beauty of the Lord with the middle objects. These Ritvik Brahmanas are so intelligent. This is the thing we are going to see. Okay, next. Sixth slogan. You understood the heart of the Ritviks? Parijananuraga virachita shabala samshabda salila sita kisala lasita kesala yutala lasika urvangairapi sambrutaya saparyaya kila parama paritushyasi. Translation. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
O Supreme Lord, you are full in every respect. You are certainly very satisfied when your devotees offer you prayers with faltering voices and in ecstasy bring you tulasi leaves, water, twigs, bearing new leaves and newly grown grass. This surely makes you satisfied.
Yeah. Write the question till now, whatever we discussed. What is that question? Why Ritviks hesitating to glorify the beauty of the Lord? Okay. This is next. This is one question, 2 marks. What is the answer? You should know. As a fifth slokas, because Lord's beauty cannot be established by comparing his beauty, his limbs with the various material objects. So then what about the glorification? Establishment is not possible. Then glorification is even further not possible. That means arvak tanabhi. This is the word, important word. That means any object in this material world, by using that you cannot comparison. You cannot do like Chandramukhi. You say Chandramukhi to explain the beauty of some material girl. You can use that, but you cannot do that. So for the Lord, this you should write. Okay. Next, why Ritviks are treating themselves are not devotees, direct devotees? Why Ritviks are not considering themselves as direct devotees? That means anupathanam. This is the word, important word. Anupathanam. That means why? Because first of all, they are not doing the seva or otherwise stuti or otherwise puja, but they know only yajna, and apart from this, they are doing this also out of material desire. Because of this reason, yeah. So they are not considering themselves as direct devotees, but just following somehow or other, they are following the path of devotion. Some connection is there in their activity. Next, why Ritviks? There's 2 marks. Okay. Next, why Ritviks are Bhakta Vatsalyam? This quality. In this chapter, Ritviks realized which quality of the Lord? And why? Which quality of the Lord they realized and why? Which quality? They realized which quality? Bhakta Vatsalya. Should I describe why Bhakta Vatsalyam? They felt Bhakta Vatsalyam. They realized Bhakta Vatsalyam. Because you should say that 7 means, and this they're somehow they're doing the devotion with Sakamatvam. These are not really means to Parajitam, that means control the Lord. But still Lord appeared. That means his side he came out of his affection only. That means from our side we didn't do anything. So that way should go. Answer should go in that way. Okay. So next, marks 2 marks. Elaborately explain properly. लगना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ पॉइंट डाल देंगे इसी. Okay, next, O Supreme Lord, you are fully in every respect. You are certainly very satisfied when your devotees offer you prayers with flattering voices and ecstasy, bring you tulsi leaves, water, twigs bearing new leaves and newly grown grass. This surely makes you satisfied. So they are saying, generally, what they are saying in the 6th sloka, Ritviks, they are saying that normal devotees, real devotees, that means real devotees, that means the devotees who have the affection to the Lord, how they worship? How they worship? They worship certainly by your prayers. Your devotees offer you prayers, flattering voices, ecstasy, flattering voices, and in ecstasy bring you tulsi leaves, water, twigs. These are that means originally one should worship like this, but we didn't do like this. Yeah. So they are saying, what is the general method? So the generally devotees who have affection, how they worship, that is said in the 6th sloka. Next, 7th. Atha anayapi. That means you can see in the purport, the Supreme Lord can be pleased only by devotional service. Therefore, it is said that Lord is surely satisfied by devotion and nothing else. Quoting from Gautami Tantra, the Haribhakti Vilasa states, Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite swam atmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. Just by little water, Tulasi, he is pleased. So this is the way generally devotees worship, he said. Atha anayapi na bhavataha ityajyayor yorubhara bharaya samuchitam arthamihopa labhamahe. Sumati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. We have engaged in your worship with many things and have offered sacrifices unto you. But we think that there is no need for so many arrangements to please your lordship.
Yeah. So what they're saying, we don't have any devotion. How can we satisfy you? Of course, we use so much paraphernalia, but दिल में डिवोशन नहीं है, नो डिवोशन. Just by paraphernalia, you will not be satisfied. Yes, there is no need of this kind of paraphernalia. What we need for you to satisfy? Love. That's the point. Yes, sir. See, Rupa Goswami says that if one is offered varied food but has no appetite, the offering has no value. In a big sacrificial ceremony, there may be many things accumulated to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But if there is no devotion, you may do Chapan Bhogan, but Pujari is doing for only out of duty. Anukulyena Krishna Anusilanam is not there. Paisa de raha hai, mera temple president. That's why I'm doing. It's my duty. Then Lord says, Tata bye-bye. You eat your Chapan Bhog. I am not there for oblige your duty. You are obliged to your master to do duty, but I am not. If you have love, then I will take. If you don't have love, and why I have to come? I have no hunger. Because I am hunger of love, not hunger of your Chappan Bhog. So he doesn't have appetite for any material objects. So out of love, if you don't do, then anukulyena is very important. In a big sacrificial ceremony, there may be many things accumulated to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But if there is no devotion, devotion means what? In Bhakti Sandarbha, we said, Bhakti means bhaja, bhaja dhatu. What is the meaning of bhaja dhatu? Seva, sevayam. So bhaja, sevayam. So if seva is not there, then that is not devotion. Bhaja sevayam. So seva is not there, seva bhav is not there, then that is not called as devotion. That is a Swarupa Lakshana. What is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Bhakti? Swarupa Lakshana of the Bhakti is seva. What is the Tatastha Lakshana of the Bhakti? Yaya sarvam avapyate, by which everything is attained. This is Tatastha Lakshana of the Bhakti. Like this we discussed. You can write it. What is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Lord? Satyam Param Dhimahi. That means Satyam, Gnanam, Anantam. This is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Absolute Truth. What is the Tatastha Lakshana of the Absolute Truth? Janmadjasyataha. What is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Bhakti? Anukulyena Krishnanu is the Swarupa Lakshana of the Uttama Bhakti. What is the Tatastha Lakshana of the Uttama Bhakti? Anyabhilashta Sunyam Gnana Karma Dhyanavrutam is the Tatastha Lakshana of the Uttama Bhakti. Like this. But if there is no devotion, attachment or love for the Lord, the arrangement is useless. Prabhupada is writing. That arrangement is useless. No use. Only our bellies will be filled with karma. Yeah. Yes. What?
My question is, somebody is offering bhoga to Lord. So somebody is cooking, somebody is offering. So the
Cooking
person
is with love, he is cooking, but he is not offering.
Somebody has a love for cooking, but who is offering is, he may not have a love for offering. If somebody have a love for whose person is offering, but who's cooked the person, he has not have a love. Somebody is like motive, I will take prasad, get prasad. Before offering the prasad bhoga, he just planned, I will take this plate, I will take this plate. It's just like festival time. I will hide here and there. So Pujari and sometimes bhoga comes like cake and this much like cake as per donors. This previously like decided only this consciousness. So my question is that somebody is a mixed devotee, somebody is pure heart, somebody is offering, somebody is cooking, is not. So how did it become prasad? How Lord accept or doesn't accept? How to see these things?
I should ask Lord actually. So cooking, cook, cook is doing out of love, but puja is not offering out of love. So in this case, what will happen? So cook out of love he did, but puja is having so much other mood, and so he didn't offer out of love. Yeah.
He wants a devotion. It is
Yeah.
said. It's
Yeah.
not like that.
He should satisfy both.
Somebody's devotions depend on someone else's devotion. It
Yeah.
doesn't like that. Everybody has a unique relationship with Lord and can love Lord. So somebody cooked with out of love, but others not offered to with out of love.
Yeah. So I think actually I'm guessing. I'm guessing the mood of the Lord. I'm not qualified, but still. But out of this chain, if anyone is having this some devotion, he should accept that. Yes or no? That means someone gave the grains, someone cooked, and someone made the plate, and someone offered. So out of all these, at least if one is having the devotion, anyone, he should accept. Because he will see devotion, na?
Along with this question only, the Lord is welcomed by appeared by pure devotees' desire in temple, and devotee this Lord is invited. Please be here and give accept service. But one who is serving Lord, they don't have a devotion. So whether Lord is obliged to pure devotees' invitation, so he is accepting and becoming purified.
Effect will be there. Effect will be there. Definitely. If everyone, that means the person who give grains, he is give out of love, and out of love prepared, and out of love offered. If everything is out of love, that will be definitely different from the one is having the love and no one is having the love. Out of these three, difference should be there. But that how, I'm not knowing that much clearly, but difference will be there. How it should. Okay, good question. Next. So arrangement is useless. The Lord is complete in himself and doesn't need anything from us. However, if we offer him a little water, a flower, and a tulsi leaf, he will accept them. Bhakti, devotional service, is the main way to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not the question of arranging huge sacrifices. The priests were regretful, thinking that they were not on the path of devotional service and that their sacrifice was not pleasing to the Lord. This is the point. This is the regret. Priests have the regret for this. Atmana evanu savanam anjasa vyatirekena bo bhuyamana sesha purushartha swarupasya kintu nathashisha ashasananam yetad avisamradhanam matram bhavitum arhati. यशोदा कीर्ति माता जी.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. I'm reading Prabhuji. All of life's goals. I'm audible, Prabhuji? Haan.
Yes.
All of life's goals and opulences are directly, self-sufficiently, unceasingly, and unlimitedly increasing in you at every moment. Indeed, you are unlimited enjoyment and blissful existence itself. As far as we are concerned, O Lord, we are always after material enjoyment. You do not need all these sacrificial arrangements, but they are meant for us so that we may be benedicted by your lordship. All these sacrifices are performed for our fruitive results, and they are not actually needed by you.
So they are saying that God is always satisfied. That means, what it means? जैसा साक्षात is in the swarupa, the full of bliss. It means anandaha, falabhutaha anandaha asheshaha swrupam yasya, whose swarupa is full of bliss. He doesn't need anything from outside. Yoga, yaga, anarth. That means Lord is full of bliss, but the yaga, whatever they didn't do out of full of devotion. So, but that means they did out of the lust. No, sorry, material desire. So that's why they are saying we did out of material desire. But you don't need to have anything to derive from this, because it is not filled with the devotion. This yaga is not filled with the devotion. That means we just perform. That means we are becoming the performers of the yaga, but you are not the object for this yaga. Not object means what? This is not meant for your pleasure. हम तो कर तो दिए, लेकिन ये आपके लिए योग्य नहीं है, आपको खुशी नहीं कर पाएगी। आपको कब खुशी कर सकती है? When it will make you happy, when it is full of devotion. So that is the point they are saying. We became doers, but you didn't become the object of this yaga, because this yaga is not filled with the full of devotion. That's the point they are saying. Purport being self-sufficient, the Supreme Lord doesn't need huge sacrifice. Fruitive activity for a more opulent life is for those who desire such material opulences of further interest. That means such engagement, you see in middle of this, such engagement is meant for our benefit. If we engage our money in constructing a gorgeous temple, we are freed from the reactions of our endeavors. This is our benefit. In addition, if we attempt to do something nice for the Supreme Lord, he is pleased with us and gives us his benediction. In conclusion, the gorgeous arrangements are not for the Lord's sake, but for our own. That means what? This yajna is done for us only, but it is not for you. This way they are saying. Next, because in this yajna we don't added our love with this. Tad yatha balishanam swayam atmanah shreyah parama vidusham parama purusha prakarsha karunaya swamahimanam cha apavargakyam upakalpaishyan swayam napachiti eva itaravat ihopalakshitaha. Tapomai. Okay, Swarnakant.
O Lord of the Lords, we are completely ignorant of the execution of dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, the process of liberation, because we do not actually know the goal of life. You have appeared personally before us like a person soliciting worship, but actually you are present here just Just so we can see you. You have come out of your abundant and costless mercy in order to serve your purpose, in order to serve our purpose, our interest, and give us benefit of your personal glory called Apavarga liberation. You have come, although you are not properly worshipped by us due to our ignorance.
Yeah. You have come, although you are not properly worshipped by us due to our ignorance. Very important point this is. So that means what? Ritviks, they are saying that we didn't worship you properly. But that much they said. Then Lord is asking, you didn't worship me properly, then why I came? Lord can ask, na? Then if you didn't worship me properly, then why I came? He's asking question. Then what these Ritviks are replying? So even we are like Balishanam. Balishanam means just as the person in the knowledge appears before those who are ignorant. Generally, Balishanam api samipam ahutah api apujitah api vignaha krupavashat. That means knowledgeable person or known person. That means knowledge. Vignaha means a learned person. A learned person will appear in front of ignorant person. Even that learned person is called, and also that learned person is not worshipped. Because he is learned. These people are ignorant, but he is learned, na? So that's why he will appear. Similarly, so Lord asked, you didn't properly duly worshipped me, so but still I appeared, you are saying, how it is possible? Then they said that, yes, Lord, my dear Lord, we are ignorant, but you are learned. You are so merciful. Out of mercy, you came. This is a point. Next. अथायमेव वरो ह्यर्हत्तमा यर्हि बर्हिषि राजर्षेर् वरदर्शभो भवान् निजपुरुषेणेक्षण विषय आसीत्. O most worshipful of all, you are the best of all benedictors, and your appearance at saintly King Nabi's sacrificial arena is meant for our benediction. Because you have been seen by us, you have bestowed upon us the most valuable benediction. So they are saying that what they are saying, Nija Purushanam Swabhaktanam Ikshana Vishayopi Bhavan Erhi Yada Rajarshi Barhishi Yagne Apyasit Avirabud Aimeva Varaha iti Anvayaha. So they are saying that what a benediction we got. You appeared in this arena, sacrificial arena. It itself is a benediction. Because you have been seen by us, you have bestowed upon us the most. Because he gave his darshan. So that's why Nija Purushanam Swabhaktanam Ishna Vishayopi Bhavan Erhi Yada Rajarshi Barhishi Yagne Api Asit Avirabhut Ayameva Varaha. That means your appearance itself is a benediction for us. That's the point. Atha Ayameva Varaha Yarhatma Yerhi Barhishi Rajarsher Varadarshamo Bhavan Nija Purushekshana Vishayo Asit. Actually, you are the object for your people's vision. And that kind of you, so you appeared here. Aap aaye hain. This is itself is benediction for us. Like that they said in this sloka. Asanga nishita gnana anala vidhutaasheshamalānām bhavat swabhavanam atma ramanam muninam anavarata parigunita gunagana parama mangalayana gunagana katano asi. Dear Lord, all the great sages who are thoughtful and saintly persons incessantly recount your spiritual qualities. These sages have already bound up all the unlimited dirty things and by the fire of knowledge strengthened their detachment from the material world. Thus they have attained your qualities and self-satisfied. And even for those who feel spiritual bliss in chanting and your attributes, your personal presence is very rare. So what they are saying, even that means who burned their dirt in their heart by doing the by what? By the fire of what? Gnana, which is boosted with what? Which is accompanied with what? Vairagya. So that means who cleaned their heart with the gnana, with the fire of the gnana, to them also it is very rare to get this darshan, but you gave that darshan to us. So that means you are so bhakta vatsala. The priest in this Maharaj Nabi sacrificial arena appreciated the personal presence of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and they considered themselves very much obliged. The Lord's appearance is rare even for the great saintly persons who have become completely detached from this material world and whose hearts are clean due to constantly chanting. Such people are satisfied by chanting transcendental qualities of the Lord. The Lord's personal presence is not actually required. The priests are pointing out that the Lord's personal presence is very rare even for such elevated sages, but that was so kind to them that now he was personally present. Next. Atakatam chit skalanaksut patana jrumbana duravasthanadishu vivashanam na smaranaya jvara marana dashayamapi sakala kashmala nirasa nani tava gunakruta namadheyani vachana gocharani bhavantu. 12th. Dear Lord, we may not be able to remember your name, form, and qualities due to stumbling, hunger, falling down, yawning, or being in a miserable, diseased condition at the time of death when there is a high fever. We therefore pray unto you, O Lord, for you are very affectionate to your devotees. Please help us remember you and utter your holy names, attributes, and activities which can dispel all the reactions of our sinful lives. What is said here? Asmak, even we are not stable. We are not stable and we are dull. We are very dull people. But please consider us. Darshana praptyanantaram ityartha smaranaya vivashanam tvam smartum asamardhanam. So in general, so we are not having any qualification to remember you. But please bless us. Next, 13. Kinchayam rajarshirapatya kamah prajam bhavadrishi ashasana ishwaramashisham swargapavargayorapi bhavantam upadhavati prajayam artha pratyayo dhanadhamiva dhanaha falikaranam. Dear Lord, here is the great King Nabi, whose ultimate goal in life is to have a son like you. Your Lordship, his position is like that of a person approaching a very rich man and begging for a little grain. Maharaj Nabi is so desirous of having a son that he is worshipping you for a son, although you can offer him any exalted position, including elevation to the heavenly planets or liberation back to Godhead. So now they are putting the real purpose forward. Oh, my dear Lord, now Nabi will be out. Apavarga means what? Moksha. That you should not give. But what he is desiring? He is desiring only one son like you. That much you give. Please. Anyway, some commentary words are there. So I'm skipping this. Okay, we can see this is very nice actually. We'll see the commentary. What commentary in that commentary? Vishwanath Thakur commentary is saying that Nivedayitum ayogyam api avashyakatven ekam. So anyway, we are not qualified to ask anything because what they said your darshan itself is a boon, but still we don't want to ask anything, but still one thing is majburi se ek puch rahe hain. Just we are asking one thing from you. Because we did yajna for some purpose. We are to ask, what is that? Our king wants one son. So like that, they are saying. What they are saying? One nivedayamaha, ekam nivedayamaha. One request. I am asmad yajamanaha rajarshi apatyakama. Our yajaman, Ritviks, na? We are engaged by our yajaman. For what purpose? To have a son. He is desiring for a son. Apatyam. So of course, he can get the son from other demigods also, by worshipping other demigods also. But he approached you. Tvam bhagavantam upadhavati. That means he approached you. Then Lord is saying, oh, he approached me, then I don't give the son, but I will give liberation. Then I will liberate him now. Then what they said? So then they said that, yes, you can liberate, definitely. Ashisham ahikanam sargapavargayor ishwaram upadhavati. Generally, so for getting the liberation, people will come to you. But he is a fool, na? He is not approaching to you for the liberation. He is a fool. They're saying, our king is a fool. He is asking a child from you, a son from you. Like it is like what? You are going to a rich man and asking some husk. Some husk. भूसा मांग रहे हैं करोड़पति के पास जाके. So because our king is not so intelligent, because of intelligence, because of foolishness, he is desiring this. But please give that. Like that. So they are requesting. So see, our king's darshyam means foolishness. Dashtaryam. Next, fourth in ko va ihate aparajito parajitaya mayayanavasita pada vyanavruta matir vishaya visha rayanavruta prakriti ranupasita mahacharanaha. Sri Charan.
Dear Lord, unless one worships the lotus feet of great devotees, one will be conquered by the illusory energy and his intelligence will be bewildered. Indeed, who has not been carried away by the waves of material enjoyment, which are like poison? Your illusory energy is unconquerable. No one can see the path of this material energy or tell how it is working.
And they blamed the Lord. They blamed the king, their king. And now they are saying that, of course, anyway, it is not his mistake also. Because he is now covered with your Maya. The Lord, unless one worship. With that intention, they said. So write the question. What is that question? 15 marks. Write in dialogue form. the glorification done by Ritviks to the Yagna Purusha. Okay. Who is writing? Chaitanya Jivan, you are writing? Sarvamangala Mataji kaha gayi?
Hare Krishna, bro. Yes, bro, I am writing.
Mataji, where is she?
Mataji is busy actually. She's in college.
Acha. Okay. So they are saying that it is not the mistake of king also. Why? Why? Because only unless one worships the lotus feet of the great devotee, one will be conquered by the illusory energy. That means whoever serve your devotees, they can conquer the illusory energy. That means our king is not a great devotee. He didn't serve the devotees. And we cannot expect the fully, that means out of the ignorance. You cannot expect him fully out of from ignorance. And he is also bewildered by your Maya. That's the point. That's the point. This king is not like that. He's not a so pure devotee. So he is bewildered by the Maya. So that's why he's asking. Okay, please sanction that. He's not an Anyabhilasha Sunyam devotee. Now write the question. Analyze the, or otherwise, do the comparative study of the devotion of Priyavrata, Agnidra and Nabhi. Do the comparative study on or off, what do we say? Comparative study on the devotion of Priyavrata, Agnidra and Nabhi. Let us see, I will find the answer, how they will write. 15 marks. This is the important question. You have to analyze in all the angles. How Privrat, I explained in the class, the devotion of the Privrat. You have to take the different incidents of the in that chapter and explain the quality of the devotion of the Privrat and explain the Agnidras and explain the Nabhis. This is research work. This will help. Okay. Somati Mataji. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
परपुट से क्वेश्चंस पूछने से कुछ नहीं होता. एनालाइज करो तब समझ में आएगा. Just not open book, it's closed. Because book is closed, then you should write. Open book. Open book questions will not be like this directly. We should not mention the names. Now let me finish the chapter. Then I will analyze. After class, I will analyze. Okay. Okay, Vipin Purandar Prabhu, send me the answer to me. Huh? I will keep that for key. Okay?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yes, please. This your answer will be the key for the.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. Yes, yes. What is that? 15 sloka? Huh? Yaduha vavatava punar adabra kartariha samahutaha tatrardhadiyam mandhanam nastad tad devaheranam deva devarhasi samyena sarvan prativodum avidusham. O Lord, you perform many wonderful activities. Our only aim was to acquire a son by performing this great sacrifice. Therefore, our intelligence is not very sharp. We are not experienced in ascertaining life's goal. By inviting you to this negligible sacrifice for some material motive, we have certainly committed a great offense at your lotus feet. Therefore, O Lord, please excuse our offense because of your causeless mercy and equal mind. Aparadam yajanasya sakamatva lakshanam aparadam kshamayantaha stotrum upasamharanti. With this, you are such a magnanimous and affectionate Lord. We did such a offense. That means we called you for material desire. So please forgive us. That means Brahmadi Durlabham Tad Darshanam. That means your darshan is impossible for the Brahma and others also. But you gave your darshan to Sakama devotees. What is this? Adabra Kartaha. This is the meaning of Adabra Kartaha. So, okay, this is our foolishness calling you for this simple thing. Please forgive us. Okay, next. So in the purport, the priests were certainly unhappy to have called the Supreme Lord from Vaikuntha for such an insignificant reason. A pure devotee never wants to see the Lord unnecessarily. The Lord is engaged in various activities, and the Supreme devotee doesn't, and pure devotee doesn't want to see him whimsically for his sense gratification. The pure devotee simply depends on Lord's mercy. And when the Lord is pleased, he can see him face to face. The Lord is unseen even by demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. By calling on the Supreme Lord, the priests of Nabhi Maharaj proved themselves unintelligent. Nonetheless, the Lord came out of his why Ritviks consider themselves as fools or otherwise unintelligent, right? Write the question. Why, next question, why Ritviks why Ritviks pointed the Nabi pointed Ritviks pointed that the Nabi is faulty. Or otherwise, so maybe you can rechange the question. Why Ritviks saw fault? What fault Ritvik saw in Nabi? What fault? Which fault are other? Which are what? Which fault Ritvik saw in Nabi? Which fault Ritvik saw in Nabi? Which fault? This is a previous question. What are these? Huh? Why Ritvik's pointed that question? You remove it and keep this. Okay. 2 marks. 2 marks. All are 2 marks. It's clear? Worship of the Supreme Lord for material gain is not approved by authorities as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvidha bhajante. Initiation into bhakti begins when one is distressed condition or in want to money or when. So these are the Chaturvidha bhaktas. Sukritinaha. But one should reach to what stage? Anyabhilasha sunya. That's the point here. Main important thing. Sri Shukovacha. Iti nigadena abhishtuyamano Bhagavan. What is that? Animimarshabho. Animishashabho. Varshadharabhivadita bhivandita. Charanaha. Sadayam. Idam aha. Vipin Purandar Prabhu. Translation.
Hare Krishna. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, the priests who were even worshipped by King Nabhi, the emperor of Bharatvarsha, offered prayers in prose. Generally, they were in poetry and in bowed down at the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord of Lords, the ruler of the demigods, was very pleased with them, and he began to speak as follows.
Yeah, Lord is replying as follows. Aho bataham rushayo bhavadbhir avita thagi bir varamasula bhama vyachito yad amushatmajo maya sadrisho bhuyaditi mam ahameva virupaha kaivalya dathapi brahmavado namrusha bhavitamarhati mamaivahi mukham yad dvijadevakulam. If you read slowly, then you will confuse. Translation: the Supreme Personality of God replied, "O great sages, I am certainly very pleased with your prayers. You are all truthful. जो हैं वो. You have prayed for the benediction of a son like me, for King Nabi, but this is very difficult to obtain." They didn't ask actually a simple thing. Since I am the Supreme Person without a second, and since no one is equal to me, another personality like me is not possible to find. In any case, because you are all qualified Brahmanas, your vibrations should not prove untrue. I consider the Brahmanas who are well qualified with Brahmanical qualities to be as good as my own mouth. So there is no another son like Lord means what? Is there any another God like that? Another person? No. So that's why. But Brahmanas words also should not go untrue. Then what he is going to do? He is going to become himself as son. So his name is Rishpadev. So in the form of Rishpadev, he is going to come. So that means Brahmanas are always, they speak truth. Whatever is spoken, that will become true. Tata Agnidriyam Shakala Yavatarishyamyat Matulya Anupalabha Manaha. Translation: since I cannot find anyone equal to me, I shall personally expand myself into plenary portion and thus advent myself in the womb of Meru Devi, the wife of Maharaj Nabi, the son of Agnidra. So he is going to come himself. That means Bhagavad Aveshita Avatara. That means Jivatma will be there. Rishabhadev is what? Bhagavad Aveshita Avatara. Bhagavan, Bhaga is going to, that Shakti is given. Bhaga will be given to the Jivatma, then it is Bhagavad Aveshita Avatara. Bhakti Shakti Avesha Avatara is Narada. Gnana Shakti Avesha Avatara is the Kumaras. Bhagavad Aveshita Avatara is Rishabhadev. But we are which Avatara? Agnana. Agnana Aveshita Avatara. Next 19. Sri Shukavacha. Iti Nishamayantya Merudevyaha Patim Abhidhayan Abhidhayantardhade Bhagavan. Sukadeva Goswami continued. After saying this, the Lord disappeared. The wife of King Nabhi, Queen Merudevi, was sitting by the side of her husband, and consequently she could hear everything the Supreme Lord had spoken. Next. Barhishi tasminneva Vishnudatta Bhagavan Paramarshibhi Prasadito Nabehe Priya Chikirshaya Tad Avarodhayena Tad Avarodhayane Merudevyam Dharman Darshayitum Kamaha Vata Rashananam Shramananam Rishinam Urdvamanthinam Sukla Ya Tanuvavatara Avatatara Tanva Tanvavatara. Translation: O Vishnu Datta, Parikshit Maharaj, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was pleased by the great sages at their sacrifice. Consequently, the Lord decided to personally exhibit the method of executing religious principles, as observed by the brahmacharis, sannyasis, vanaprasthas, and grihasthas engaged in rituals, and also satisfy Maharaj Nabhi's desire. Consequently, he appeared as the son of Merudevi in his original spiritual form, which is above the modes of material nature. So what is saying finally? Oh Vishnu, hey Vishnu Datta. Who is saying? Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit. Tad avaro dhayane tadantah purastale ya Meru Devi vatavasaranam digvasaso bala api. That means he is not going to wear clothes. Shamananam tapasvinam tadabhuta pakandinopi. So that means Rishabhadev is going to appear to set the examples for all these. That means for all. That means for the for rishis, for Vatavasanana means Digambaras and rishis. So he is going to set the proper standards for all these tapasvis. Consequently, the Lord decided to personally exhibit the method of executing religious principles. Okay, Paraput will read. When the Supreme Lord appears or descends as an incarnation within this material world, he doesn't accept a body made of three modes of material nature. Mayavadi philosophers say that the impersonal God appears in this material world by accepting a body in Sattva-guna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti states that the word Shukla means consisting of Suddha Sattva. The Lord Vishnu descends in his Suddha Sattva form. Suddha Sattva refers to the Sattva Guna, which is never contaminated. That means Vishuddha Sattvam. In this material world, even the mode of goodness, Sattva, is contaminated by tinges of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. When Sattva Guna is never contaminated by Rajas and Tamoguna, it is called Suddha Guna. That means what is the meaning? Vishuddha Sattvam means a purified material Sattvam. the sattva guna which is in the material world, which is free from the rajas and tamas, can you say that? No. Actually, Vishuddha Sattva is completely different from the material sattva. So that is a platform of Vasudeva, whereby Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudeva can be experienced. Okay, that's you all know. Unlike ordinary living entities, the Supreme Lord is not forced by modes of material nature to appear. He appears dharman darshayatu kama, to show how to execute functions of human being. The word dharma is meant for human beings and is never used in connection with the begins inferior to human beings, such as animals. Animals have any dharma? No. They have only swabhava, nature. But we have dharma. They have only 4. Ahara, nidra, bhayamayita. But we have dharma. So scriptures are meant for only humans, Manusmriti and others, Dharma Shastras, not meant for the animals. So unfortunately, without being guided by the Supreme Lord, human beings sometimes manufacture a process of dharma by concoction. Actually, dharma cannot be made by man. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just as the law is given by the state government. Man-made dharma has no meaning. Srimad Bhagavatam refers to man-made dharma as kaitva dharma, cheating religion. The Supreme Lord sends an avatar to teach human society the proper way to execute religious principles. Such religious principles are bhakti marga, as the Supreme Lord himself says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. The son of Maharaj Nabi, Rishabhadev, appeared on this earth to preach the principles of religion. That will be explained in the 5th chapter of this 5th canto. Okay. Rishabhadev is going to establish the principles of the Dharma. He is going to teach. Teachings of Rishabhadev will be seen in the 5th chapter. Be ready for that. Thus end the Bhakti and the purports of the 5th canto, 3rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavata, entitled Rishabhadev's appearance in the womb of Meru Devi, the wife of King Nabi. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. We will meet tomorrow. Saturday also we have class. Remember that. Hare Krishna.